very hot. What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to another video.
Today we are going to help you save some money and teach you how to make your very own veggie broth at home.
Yeah, so this is something that we actually make weekly in our home. And it is very affordable. It's super easy to make, and it'll help you save money because you won't have to buy vegetable broth at the store, and you'll be able to use some of your vegetable scraps so you get more for your buck.
So start saving your scraps and let's get into it.
Yeah. So for our vegetable broth today, we actually purchased some fresh ingredients from the store. We usually use mostly vegetable scraps that we have saved in our freezer, but since I know some of you haven't been saving vegetable scraps, if you're new to making vegetable broth, this is where I would start. So we have here, do you want to name some of the ingredients here?
Of course. So we're going to be using some leeks, some garlic, some celery that kind of looks sad, so good thing we're putting it to use. Some carrots, some mushrooms.
Shiitake, I think.
Shiitakes, I think it is.
Sorry, shiitakes.
We have some parsley, some thyme for an added extra flavor, some tomatoes, some bay leaves, an onion, got that black pepper, and some kale from the garden.
So there are some things that you shouldn't put in your vegetable broth because it will cause them to be bitter. We'll have a full list on our blog of what you should and shouldn't include in your broth. But just to name a few: broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, rutabaga. Oh my god, I always say it wrong. Just because those will cause your broth to be bitter, and we have done it before and it's not fun because it doesn't taste good. So I would just recommend that you don't include those. And we're just going to talk a little bit about our scraps as well. So first up, this is a re-zip bag. So it is a reusable Ziploc bag.
These things are awesome.
We
Super
got it
durable.
On Thrive Market. If you guys, I'll leave a link below if you want to check it out.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, it's not. But yeah, we love it because it is reusable, it is eco-friendly, and it is very durable. And I think you could stick this in the dishwasher. We haven't usually wash it by hand.
Yeah, we use the small one in the dishwasher.
Yeah. So in here, what you can put in your vegetable broth are things like the ends of celery that you're not going to use, or like sad celery like this.
Onion skins and scraps.
And garlic skins and scraps. We also have pieces of peppers in here. So we also have some kale in here that we needed to use up in the fridge. Pieces of asparagus. I don't know what else.
This bag's loaded up.
Yeah.
Actually smells really good.
So we usually just store this in the freezer and then just keep adding on to it. And once it is full, we make stock. Yeah, or broth. Today it's not completely full. It's because we wanted to start this recipe. So, all right. We are going to start chopping our veggies for this, and you can include these skins and the tops and bottoms of things. We're gonna put the whole vegetable for everything except for the kale. We're not gonna include the stems just to make sure that it doesn't get too bitter. And then the stems we're just gonna compost. So, did you do the honors?
All right. So we're gonna start out with our onion.
Whoa.
That's a funny noise.
And again, you just need to roughly chop it because we're going to be putting the whole thing in, but it's easier for the onion to break down if it's in smaller pieces. All right, pop those in. You missed the skin. And then I'm going to, I guess it's my turn? Okay, I guess we're going to take turns here, I don't know. We wanted to both be in this demo, so.
Here we are.
So next up is the kale, and I wanted to show you, if you haven't done this yet.
This is a sweet, simple trick right here.
It's not my personal trick, but it's a trick. Kale, a lot of people have a hard time de-stemming it, and all you need to do is just hold it, pull it, and then boom, that's it.
There you go.
Gonna do that with all of the kale, and I'm not gonna chop this.
Help out too.
Yeah,
here.
that's a good idea. It's gonna take forever. I'm not gonna chop this because
should be good.
It's gonna take too much time, and it's gonna break down because it's kale.
And the tip with this: be gentle when you pull. Like put force, but also be gentle, because it kind of rips the whole stem. Like I just did, but you can't be perfect, right?
All right, and then next up, I'm just gonna throw some tomatoes in there. We got 3 tomatoes. So apparently a pound of tomatoes is
between 2 and 3 tomatoes, depending on the size.
Yeah, that's actually perfect because that is what we have. So I'm just gonna, again, roughly chop.
There you go.
Next up.
Let's do the celery.
Also, we should note that make sure you just wash everything before you put it in, like the onion skins. Make sure you rinse off all the dirt because you don't want that going into the broth.
And
we forgot a little guy here.
Oh. So we're just gonna roughly chop this again. Can this go in?
Yeah, throw it in.
Let's get crazy.
Yeah. Everything.
And there you go.
I guess we'll just continue.
Yeah, those can just go, right?
Mushrooms. Yeah, the bay leaves can
Let's
go.
toss the bay leaves right in here.
The thyme and the parsley, you could just throw them in. We're just gonna like rip them up, and we aren't gonna have to tie a string around this and stick it in because at the end we're going to be straining everything. So yeah, you don't have to worry about small pieces, big pieces, whatever. It's all gonna come out at the end. And then garlic.
I feel like garlic's essential, right?
I love garlic. So for the garlic, let's
Should
put
we
like.
just smash it, or are we just putting the whole thing in?
I don't think we need to put the whole head. I was gonna put like half of it. What do you think?
Yeah.
I also should mention that the recipe for our broth on the blog is totally customizable based on your preference, what
Whatever
you have.
you got, yeah.
Put more garlic if you want more garlic. Just get crazy with it. Have fun.
It's gonna be a smorgasbord of everything you've had throughout the week.
Smorgasbord.
So that's it.
Woo, bear. What happened? They just like ran away. I don't know what happened.
Do we need to chop these at all, or just
No,
like
just
this?
stick them in like that.
All right.
Don't forget the skinnies. Got your pretty little tri-colored carrots.
Boom, boom, and boom.
And then the big daddy. Here we go.
You do the honors with this one.
We just gotta cut it in half.
Okay, I'll do it.
We can use
Can you cut this thing off?
We're gonna be using all of it. Yeah.
It's just easier.
Yeah, just cut it up into small chunks.
Well, we're using half, right?
Yeah. You can use the whole thing, but we're just gonna use half. And then save the rest for another recipe.
It smells really good.
So our black pepper, we're gonna put about half a teaspoon-ish.
Teaspoonish.
Half a teaspoon-ish. Actually forgot to get the salt. We can put that. Okay.
That's probably about good.
Yeah, it's like all over my hand. Just throw that in.
It smells.
Yeah.
Oh, I love black pepper.
I'm gonna grab.
My eyes are starting to tear from the onions.
Can you grab the salt?
The salt. You can also make it salt-free if you guys prefer, but this will definitely add a nice little boost of flavor.
Do like half a teaspoon. And you can also add this in at the end. Whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat. Barry's here sitting on my foot right now. Oh my gosh. And then lastly, we're going to be adding in
Our scraps from earlier this week.
And we're not going to be adding all of this because it's a lot of onions. Basically what's in here. And then we have some peppers and some carrots. But we're just going to be throwing that in. And then again, whatever we don't use, we're just going to pop back in the freezer, keep the bag in there, and keep filling it up with more scraps as the week goes on. And I'm sure if a lot of you guys cook a lot, this will definitely fill up quickly. Let's throw a little more bell pepper in there.
Just a wee bit.
I think that'll taste pretty good. Okay, so now all we have to do is add water. So here I have about 12 cups of water. And we're just gonna pour that in. And we wanna make it so that everything is covered. So in our pot, we need a little more.
Definitely a little more.
Because our pot is pretty tall, so Chris, get some more filtered water. So since we have a big pot today, we're going to be adding quite a lot of water, but we just try to make sure that the water goes just right above the vegetables. And it's pretty good.
I think that's good.
Everything's popping out, but it should be fine. It's true. So all that's left to do is bring this to a boil on the stove and then lower it to a simmer for about an hour-ish, and then we'll be back.
You can also cook it for a little longer if you want to absorb a little bit more flavor.
Yeah.
But This is all up to you guys.
Yeah, also, you can put this in a pressure cooker or in a slow cooker. We'll have all of the directions on our blog as well. But today we're using a pot. So we are going to boil this and then we will check in once it is done.
So now it's been about an hour, a little over an hour.
Smells amazing in this house.
And now it's time to strain our broth.
So let me grab it. I don't want to trip on Barry's toys.
Be careful, this is very hot.
Yeah,
so.
Usually we like to let it cool down, but for the sake of this video and for time, we're just gonna go with it and hopefully not burn ourselves. So
that smell is incredible.
So carefully just. Woo!
You okay?
Yeah, just scaring me a bit. Oh shit! Oh, we're good.
Party foul, party foul.
We're good. So, I purposefully put more of the veggies into here because you want to push down against them on the strainer.
To squeeze out the excess liquid.
Yeah, to get more flavor out of this.
So we have a bunch more veggies in here, so as this fills, we'll empty it and then refill it with the contents in here.
Alright, so you've finished straining this.
And then once this cools completely, we will add it to jars.
Or any container that you have that is sealable that you can put in the refrigerator. And then you have vegetable broth. Yeah, that is about it. So you can use it for soups, stews, you can use it to saute with instead of oil. You can use it, of course, in place of any
You can even just
other
drink
vegetable broth. Yeah, actually. It's like vegan bone broth. It's loaded with vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and it smells so good. And another thing you can do is, this is what my mom does. Oh, they are stuck together, but
You can add the broth to ice cube trays and then freeze them, so you have perfect portions when
you're cooking.
when they're all frozen.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Let us know what you'll be using your veggie broth for.
Yeah, and make sure you follow us on Instagram. We always forget to mention that. I am Sweet Simple Vegan on Instagram.
I'm Conscious Chris.
And we will see you in the next video. Bye!